In TF2, all of the engineers' unlockable weapons all have their own unique and well thought out abilities. The Jag lets you build stuff faster with the cost of not being able to tank damage as much. The Gunslinger gives you extra health with the cost of losing the engineer's main defense for area denial, replacing it with a smaller, weaker counterpart to a level 1 sentry gun. And the Eureka effect lets you teleport at will with the cost of getting slightly less metal from ammo packs. And then we have the Southern Hospitality. Let's talk about it. So back in 2010, when TF2 still got updates, the Engineer update was released. Valve added such things as the map Upward, the Golden Wrench, and the subjects to today's video. The Southern Hospitality is a pretty niche wrench in terms of its stats, as in reality it's basically just a reskin of the stock wrench, as almost everything is basically the same as stock. It has the same swing speed, it has the same construction boost speed, it even has the exact same base damage. But what sets this wrench apart from stock is its unique feature of bleed damage. Similarly to the Tribleman Shiv and the Boston Basher, when you hit any enemy, they bleed for about 5 seconds. The base damage dealt is about 65 to 70 HP. The wiki page says the base damage is 65 damage, but when I checked it out in game, it said 69 damage. Just remember that the damage it deals is between 40 and 70 HP. The bleed damage is really useful against spies, as like everyone else, they can bleed. But they carry on bleeding even when they're cloaked, so you can easily find them and kill them. Or at least make it slightly easier for your team to find them. Now the downsides are pretty simple. You can't deal random critical hits, which isn't really a big deal, especially if you play in servers like Uncle Topia and whatnot, which just have random crits disabled all entirely. Which could technically be seen as an indirect buff in those servers, literally just because the other 4 wrenches can't deal random crits either. The main and only actual downside is that you take 20% more damage to anything fire related. This includes all the flamethrowers, all the flare guns, and the sharpened volcano fragment. Yeah, those are the stats. That's it. Now for the real question. Why is the Southern Hospitality so underrated and so underused? Well, the simple answer to that is that compared to the other wrenches, it's just boring. Like, you can't teleport, you can't whack people at very high speeds, and you definitely can't get extra health by just equipping it. You just make people bleed a bit and that's it. This other reason can be a bit subjective, but I think I should put it here anyways. I think another reason why people don't use it that much is because there isn't really much customization to it like the wrench or the jag. Like both of the wrench and the jag can have war paints, it can be festivized, etc. The only thing you can really customize with the Southern Hospitality is the stuff to do with kill streaks. Also, weirdly enough, a strange version of the Southern Hospitality doesn't count sentry kills as its main part. Like, to level up strange variants of the other wrenches, you kill people with your sentry, but with this wrench you need to melee kill people. I guess it makes sense considering the nature of this weapon, but it's just weird to me. So I guess that's another point. The other wrenches are just easier to level up when strange. Like, would you rather make a spy bleed for 5 seconds, or teleport at will? Although I can say that without a doubt, it's literally just a direct upgrade to the stock wrench. Seriously, the only downside is that you die to pyros quicker, but for the most part a pyro shouldn't really be able to get up to you, especially if you have a sentry close by. Although a flare gun pyro could probably be even more annoying than normal, but to be fair, when playing with this wrench I didn't really notice a difference at all, probably just because pyro seems to deal a ton of damage anyways with the flamethrower. Also, a strange professional killstreak Southern Hospitality is insanely cheap, it's only about 2 keys, so that's a plus. If you really want a strange professional killstreak engineer wrench and you don't have a lot of money for a regular wrench, then go with the Southern Hospitality. Because for the most part, I don't think many people really care about what level the strange item is. Also because it's cheap. Really cheap. And as in cheap, I mean it's 5 quid cheap. 5 Great British pounds to have a funny particle effect around your eyes. I don't know how much it costs in dollars, nor do I care. You have Google, you could just look it up. I quite like the Southern Hospitality. It's a pretty simple yet really good wrench that I hardly see anybody use. I wouldn't use it full time, there's just something about my stock wrench that I prefer. Maybe because it's Australian? I don't know. I don't mind using the Southern Hospitality, although I do believe the other wrenches are a little bit more useful. I've said Southern Hospitality a lot in this video, haven't I? I would recommend you to use this wrench if you get the chance, especially if you're in a no crit server. So what do you think about the wrench I've just covered? Do you prefer it over stock, or would you rather just use something else? There are so many questions I could ask. Comment your thoughts or whatever in the comments below. And finally, just before I go, you should join my Discord and follow my Twitter. I think they're both cool. Anyway, the video's over. Go away.